Welcome to Car Cave USA, Aiken, South Carolina. My name's Chris. We're doing a walk around of a Land Rover Defender. Our website's carcaveusa.com. Phone number is 803-262-4742. And this is a 2000 model year. It's a Td5 Defender 90. It was sourced out of Italy, so dry climate of Sicily. We got it from an older gentleman, appeared to be, I don't know, probably closer to 80. He didn't have it lifted. We put the lift kit on it and wheels and tires. Did have the rock sliders there. From what we can tell, it appears to be all original paint and no paint work done on it. There's no signs of any paint work that we can see on it, but when you're looking for a Defender, you want to make sure you're finding one that's dry climate. They do have corrosion, rust, rot issues, so that's one of the starting points that we go with. Hey, when we're shopping, look for something that you have very clean base. If you're looking also for any financing, reach out to us. We can hook you up with a variety of lenders, point you in the right direction. Also ask that question before you get your credit pulled. See what the qualifications are before you do it. Make sure it's you could be qualified before you go in depth there. So always reach out. Feel free to give us a call, shoot over an email, DM, whatever you need to. We're here to answer the phone. We got 4 of us to answer the phone. We get back to people pretty quickly. Going back to the Defender, does have air conditioning, so that's a big, nice bonus upgrade. I'm guessing old timer needed it there in Sicily. We went through and we did a 2-inch lift kit. You saw the HD steering rods. The yellow shackles were on there. We did put a new front bumper on it. It was just getting aged. Replaced the grills on both sides and the front grille. So the headlamp finishers and the 2 grills. Did a significant amount of maintenance, so probably with the upgrades and all the service, I think it was 16 or 17,000. Usually when they come in, like I said, we're concerned to find something that was dry climate, and then mechanical side where we can handle. So I like seeing with the original paint. It has about 80,000 original miles. The tires, the wheels are new. The tires are warranted too. We put them on here in the States. They're 285/75 R16 Kelly Safari MT. Same with suspension, all new, done here in the US. Team here installed it. It rides good. I took it out last night, and we usually do a couple hundred test miles and shake it down, see if there's any issues. Let's see. Cross member, that's one of the areas you want to check. Make sure it's clean. The spot welds going down the side, that's also important on a Defender. And make sure, there's some paint imperfections, but you want to make sure you're not seeing any advanced corrosion or rust. Rides good, drives out nicely. The Td5 smooth, does have a rear work lamp. Kind of especially, it's an oddball hitch. I don't know what you're going to find in America to plug into that thing that you want to tow, but I'm sure we can source it for you. Rear step, rear tire carrier. We do have a full-size spare for it. That's the original one that came on it, so if that's something you want to modify and change, put a tire carrier on, that's something we can upgrade for you, or just leave that size one there. And let's see, what else here? Went over the rock sliders, our service ticket, which I have out back here. We did a valve cover gasket, air filter, fuel filter, let's see, brake booster, the servo assembly, rear A-frame ball joint, fog lamp switch, wiper switch, windshield wipers, wiper blades, bulbs. Did alternator for Td5, fan clutch, steering stabilizer, HD arms, pitman arm, old man Emu, which that's not what's on there. We switched over to the Terra Firma. Oil change, did transmission, differential transfer case, it went through there, did a turbo, so changed out because the wastegate was stuck, temp sensor, turbo assembly, and a couple other small things. So start to add up. Going inside this thing, you see the air conditioning, this original interior. It's carpeted, which does quiet down a little bit. So from what we can tell in here, the interior and the carpeting is all original. The dash is in good shape, same with the headliner, the visors. It's a sound well-kept Defender that has stayed clean over time. So it's hard to find one that wasn't beat on and abused. They got used for farm use for so long. I'm not sure why they installed the radio this way. We didn't get into it. It's old CD player. Now they make a media panel that's about that deep. So talk to us about switching something like that out. We can build it, we can performance modify it, we can change it. Yeah, we're pretty open. We have full shop there in back. You have the middle console. There's a map light here behind the seats. You can see your jack. LT230 transfer case. You have a locking center diff, high and low range, full-time 4-wheel drive, 12-volt jack, rear wiper, adjustable headlamps. We don't certify the adjustable headlamps because here in the States it's not a requirement, so it's not something we worry about or start to get into. So door panels are sound. Same with the doors, the rockers. All your plates down here. They did some unique woodwork. Not sure what they wanted to do up there, but it does have wood trim. So like I said, everything's tidy. It's original. The seats match front to back. Seat belts I actually thought looked new, but you can see some wear on them, and that's just from sitting. So it might just need cleaned a slight bit. These seats flip up. You have a seatbelt bar in back, which is more indicative of when these are installed factory instead of anchored through the bottom. So you have a little bit more oomph coming off of them, but it doesn't look like they're used very much given the condition of the belts themselves. There's something down here as an anchor point. I'm not sure what they had. Just want to point that out there in the carpet. Right here on your bulkhead, usually those are scratched up from stuff getting thrown back there, and it's in clean condition. Same with your plastics in here. Like I said, it's not perfect by any means, but it is a very nice survivor, low kilometer, dry climate Defender. So it check marks the boxes. It is Coniston Green. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly or pronunciate. Tend to mumble, so I apologize. I can send over what the color code is. So seat bolsters in good shape all the way around. You have a little crack in here, but like I said, I like to see original cars. And let's see. I kicked a little dirt in it, photographing. When I took it out yesterday, our photographer is on work sabbatical. He likes to work a special place around here during this time. So glow plugs. Fires right off. We're gonna close the building. Smoke. One of the service stickers here. She burns really clean. Sounds good. Fire the key, it pops right off. The wing top checker plate. And the hood pop is down here. Also these vent flaps, they come open. And I have on their list, when I drove it, I noticed this seal here. So that's something the guys are gonna get to. Just because it's up. Shut this off. Through here, horn works, blinkers, let's see, wipers, their speeds. Dome light with the door switch, hazard switch. So cycling through everything, functional. Same with parking brake. My guys like to adjust those so they actually work. We see so many that come through here that don't. So a little bit of pull, you could feel it engage and lock in. Under the hood is tidy. I did include a picture of the older gentleman that owned it before. His face isn't in it, so you can't see him, but you can gauge it. You know, got it from an older guy there in Sicily. So the engine bay is tidy. There's nothing out of place down here. It's clean. We could have done a little better job on the underside of the hood there cleaning, but it's not like a mass amount of dirt or anything. We try and do a really good job cleaning them, but we normally have about 80 cars. We're not a huge staff, but we do a good job and we're responsive. So yeah, that's the Defender here. I think we did a good walk around. You want it on a lift, you want to see undercarriage pictures, you want to see our service records, reach out. You want to see what we have going down, stop on by. If you made it this long, you get a free bonus. Just call, say I want the bonus, I made it through. As you can see here, our assortment of vehicles: Defenders, Land Cruisers, G-Wagon, some Troopies, some 100 series. Got some Defenders over there, an Isetta, Lancia Delta Integrale, Evo 2, a Fulvia, Fanalone, an Alpha Coupe, an old 3100, a Renault 5 GT Turbo, this manual Jaguar that's supercharged, low mileage Bronco. The C4 has 11,000 original miles, a 6-speed, an old Escort here. Just sent the transmission out for a rebuild. You can see we're driving it, put test miles on it. 2002, beautiful little Fiat 500, also from Sicily. We know a builder down there if you're interested in getting one. But go to our shop, you can see the variety back here. We have a K-Truck, another Defender. Turn a little bit of light on here. We use the K-Trucks for the local farms. We are in horse country. You can see a couple Hondas, some EK4 VTECs, a Defender that we're assembling. We have an old Series 109, 1963. So these EK4 Hondas, a 442, an FJ40. You have a 600 SEL, a couple more Defenders, some Td5, some V8s, a Piaggio Oppi, 600 SEL. Somehow I had a SEL 600 in my head. We have a big facility here. So you got a little tour walkthrough. You can tell we're working on what we're selling, not just pumping and dumping, which seems to be the flavor for a lot of places bringing in Defenders. We actually drive these things. I think I can go around and driven to Florida, driven to the lake. We're just servicing it. Drove it home last night, drove it home the night before, one in service. The red one, drove it the other week to run errands. Jake's put miles on them. Billy's put miles on them in our team. Usually we're a few hundred test miles is our case per vehicle, if not a couple thousand. I think I've probably done 4,000 in that one. Kind of keeping it for personal vehicle. But like I said, you need anything, it's Car Cave USA. My name's Chris. Phone number is 803-262-4742.